Hi guys, welcome to Hope with Jonathan podcast. And on this podcast, we will share the patient's personal story with battling kidney disease, dialysis, transplant, and more. Guys, we'll also share stories of hope and encouragement for those that are in need of a living kidney donor. We will also advocate for them, a living donor, to step forward to give them the miracle gift of life of transplant. Guys, based upon my personal near-death experience with kidney disease, I started this streaming show called Hope with Jonathan, and also this podcast, Hope with Jonathan Podcast. Guys, if you want to hear more stories like this, please stay tuned. Hope with Jonathan podcast is a Hope Media production. Never let hope become a memory. Hope with Jonathan podcast is a Hope Media production. Hope with Jonathan podcast is in collaboration with Impact America Media, where we give hope to patients to continue on, stay motivated, inspire, and encourage them to continue in the journey. For more information on Impact America Media, please visit impactamericamedia.com. Again, Hope with Jonathan podcast is in collaboration with Impact America Media. Hey guys, this is Jonathan, the host of the Hope with Jonathan podcast. And hey guys, Hope with Jonathan now has a website, www.hopewithjonathan.com, where you can go over and find out where to follow us on all of our social media links, our podcast, our YouTube channel, and much more. Again, guys, for more information on Hope with Jonathan, you can go to www.hopewithjonathan.com. Hey guys, welcome back to the Hope with Jonathan podcast, and I'm your host, Jonathan Traylor. Hey guys, I wanted to come on here and give you guys a quick podcast on checking the box. I wanted to talk to you guys about becoming a donor and what my donor did for me. Having just recently celebrating my 1-year kidney transplant, I am in utter disbelief, I'll be honest with you, that the time went by as fast as it did. I mean, we're talking about 1 year ago, August 8th, 2020, I received, my transplant, my kidney transplant, which I was in utter disbelief to even, receiving my kidney transplant and the whole scenario of how I received my kidney transplant. But 1 year actually flew by really quickly, and it's amazing to me. It's mind-blowing to me how quickly the time has went by. But with all that being said, I really wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about what's been going on with my labs and all that stuff. I'm doing really, really well. My labs have been excellent. I've been able to do everything that I needed to do, everything that I wanted to do. I basically have no restrictions. I basically go in and do my labs now monthly, and do everything telehealth wise over telehealth, via telehealth, with my doctor's appointments and follow up about my blood work and things like that. So that's basically what happens with my labs. I go in, like I said, once a month and do my labs, and everything's just been really stable, and I'm really grateful for that. It's, like I said, it's been an amazing journey so far. Everything that I've went through in the last year and a half has just been insane. The last 2 years, I would say. So because I did dialysis for 13 months, and now I've had a kidney now for over a year, so just a little over a year. And so the last 2 years have just been a blur, but it's been an amazing experience. I mean, it just went so quickly. Had a near-death experience with kidney disease, kidney failure, so survived that, and then to go through the dialysis process, and having to have dialysis with no prior education of dialysis or what it did or what the treatment consisted of, and then being blindsided by all that, and blindsided by the diet and the lifestyle change and all that stuff. It's just been an amazing journey. But ultimately, I ended up getting a transplant by way of direct donation. So let's talk a little bit about that. So direct donation is if you have a donor that specifically is, signed up to be a donor by, signing either at the DMV, Driver's License Bureau, or wherever you get your driver's license in your state. If you sign up to be a donor, then if something was to tragically, unfortunately happen to you for whatever reason, and you were signed up to be a donor, then your organs basically at that point become part of whatever state program that you have. My situation was a organization called CODA. I believe it's Kentucky Organ Donation Association. And once they had been notified that my donor had deceased at the hospital, that organization pretty much took over to make sure that his organs were dispersed at wherever they needed to be dispersed, and they kind of overseed that. And the family had actually came together and told them that they wanted to direct donate to me. They were able to do that, and so it was an amazing gift of love. I'm telling you, they could have easily just sat back and said, he's a donor, we're going to let his organs just go wherever. But they didn't do that. They actually direct donated to me and said, no, Jonathan Traylor needs a kidney in Texas, and they made sure that one of his kidneys came to me. I'm sure his other organs have went to many different other recipients that are super grateful, and very grateful for the gift of life. I do not know any of his recipients. I haven't heard anything from any of them. I may not ever. I probably won't. But what I'm saying is, because of the fact that he signed to be a donor, and he was a registered donor by signing up at the Driver's License Bureau, he was able to ultimately give me the gift of life. And that was how it kind of unfolded, was by way of direct donation. The family conveyed, discussed it, said Jonathan Traylor needed a kidney. Coda made sure that happened. They put the kidney on an airplane in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. That was where I was born and raised. And they sent the kidney down here to San Antonio, Texas by way of airplane. And that's how ultimately I ended up getting my kidney. I will tell you that this type of donation it's not rare, but it's not like the most common way I would say that a lot of people get their kidney. If you have a living donor, then of course the living donor is usually right there at the hospital with you. You're getting the donor donated kidney right from that person in the same hospital setting. Deceased donor, different story. Deceased donor, you show up, they get the call, you show up at the hospital, and you get the kidney. There's no interaction with the donor family or any of that stuff. My story is a little bit different. I mean, I grew up with my donor. We went to church events, we had family events, pretty much centered around church. Our church was like a family. We knew each other. We knew our families. We knew all of their family members. We talked with them many times. We went to, like I said, church events, church picnics. We hung out as teenagers. Went to many different events in our youth, and so it definitely is a little bit different. I definitely knew him, and unfortunately, he passed, and I can't, I'm not going to go into details about that, but it's an unfortunate situation, and it definitely is a bittersweet situation, but definitely is a beautiful situation because I ultimately ended up, it was a tragic event that turned into, for me, was a life-changing event. What I want to do with this podcast is try to encourage someone to may come across this podcast that want to become a donor. Listen, my donor, because of the fact that he signed up to be a registered donor, okay? Because of that, guys, I received one of his kidneys. It got me off of dialysis and ultimately saved my life. Not only did they save me as a person, but they saved a father, because I'm a father to Jet and Mackenzie. I'm a husband to Melissa. So they saved a husband. He saved, a brother. I'm a brother to my sister Jamie. He saved a son. I'm a son to Vicky Love. That's my mother. Saved a cousin, an uncle, a friend, and the list goes on and on. But it's definitely spread out. And you can see how the effect kind of has that domino effect that it just continues to roll over, and it continues to grow, where it becomes like it's like a flower blooming, and because the effects just continue to roll. Had I not received that kidney, how long would I have lasted on dialysis? How long would I have had to wait for a donor? It's unknown. I mean, anything could have happened, but I truly believe in divine intervention. So I truly believe that God allowed me to go through kidney failure. I do believe that God allowed me to ultimately get a transplant, and I ultimately believe that all of this happened to me for a reason. I believe that God is utilizing this not only to help others, but to inspire others, to want others to see that you can live and you can have a life and you can survive this. You can survive a near-death experience. You can survive kidney disease. You can survive obstacles in life. And I've truly come to the knowledge that it's more about your perception and your mental aspect and the way that you perceive things and the way that you look at things. You have to learn how to look at things in a positive manner. I do definitely believe that a positive mindset, a PMA, a positive mental attitude, definitely goes a long way, especially when you're fighting a chronic illness. And don't get me wrong, you're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have tough days. You're gonna have days that are insane and you're just ready to throw in the towel. You want to give up. I mean, I had those moments. But what I've learned more and more in the course of life is you're gonna have these moments, and it's not about those moments. It's about what you do. It's about what you do in those moments. When you're ready to give up, when you face those obstacles, when you go through harsh things in life, it's about what you do next. And believe it or not, people are watching you. People are wondering what's going to happen. Are they going to give up? Are they going to throw in the towel? Are they going to keep going? And to them, it's almost like watching a movie or watching a story. They're watching your life. They're wondering what's going to happen next. And, I would still be in that situation. I would still be in that point in my life if it had not been for the fact that my donor signed up to be a donor. He checked the box. And I'm telling you, by checking the box, just by checking that box, let's think about this. When you pass away, okay, it's life, guys. It's life. Unfortunately, things happen. Tragic events. Things just happen. We don't know why. Okay, these are things that only God can answer. Okay, we don't understand. We don't have the knowledge. We can't comprehend it. Okay, but things happen, and we all know this. When those things happen, if you're a registered donor, you can actually help someone. You can save a life. Okay, just like my donor did for me. Okay. And so what I'm trying to say is the effects of being a donor is such, it's life altering, it's life changing for people. There's so many people out there waiting. I just recently looked at the statistics. It was 100,000 people are waiting for a life-saving organ. Okay, around 3,000 people are added to this list monthly. Okay, it's the 9th leading cause of death is kidney disease. Okay? Kidney failure. Okay? Not only that, but the top 2 leading causes are some of the most common effects right now in our society is type 2 diabetes or just diabetes in general. Diabetes and hypertension. Those are the top 2 leading causes. Okay? So, but when I say diabetes, and hypertension, I'm talking about uncontrolled. Okay? That was me. I walked around with my sugar high. I walked around with my blood pressure high. There was many different reasons why. I just wasn't receiving the care that I needed. I had many issues with anxiety that I dealt with about doctors. I had jobs that I didn't quite have insurance that would help suffice to get me into the doctors. And there was many years that I just didn't have the mental fortitude to even care. It was tough. It was a tough situation. I felt trapped. Like I said, this whole kidney disease and kidney failure and the near-death experience and Hope with Jonathan and all these things, it changed me. It changed me for the better. The reason why that you have Hope with Jonathan today is because of my near-death experience with kidney disease. And I'm a new man. I'm a different man. I'm a different person. And I'm only survived here. I'm only a survivor by the support that I had and the grace of God. First being the grace of God. I'm a faith believer. I believe in the power of prayer, and I believe in the healing power of God. I definitely do. and my parents and many friends out there that are, you know, that have supported me, definitely were praying for me, and I'm forever grateful by it. But again, guys, check the box. We need to be talking about this more and more. Check the box at the DMV. Become a donor. It's the socially responsible thing to do. What's going to happen to your organs when you pass away? It's something that a lot of people don't even think about. But what's going to happen to your organs when you pass away? If they go to the grave with you, then, I mean, let's just face it, they're wasted. They're wasted. If they're usable, you're a registered donor, you're going to save somebody else's life. You're going to help somebody else out. Listen, a life on dialysis is a struggle. It's tough. Many people have survived on it for many years. 13 months was long enough for me. When they offered me a kidney, I checked out. I said, you know what? I've been doing this dialysis thing for a little bit, and you know what? They offered me a kidney. I'm checking out. I'm done with that. I'm moving on to transplant. It was the best move for me. I truly believe that transplant is the best form of treatment for kidney disease. And yes, it's a form of treatment. It's not a cure, but it's the best form of treatment. I've never felt more alive. I've never felt more strength. I really truly believe that this kidney that's within me is working better than my kidneys put together have ever worked. So, you know, in the back of my mind, sometimes I think that possibly, I had suffered with kidney disease for quite a long time because I just never had the strength that I have now. I'm stronger than I've ever been. I have more energy than I ever have had before. Guys, this is all due from the fact that my donor signed the box. He checked the box, guys. Signed up to be a donor. And you know what? That's not the only way. You can go to www.donatelife.net. You can register to be a donor. You can be a life-saving hero. And then there's also other ways that you can be a donor as well. You can also be a living donor. And in my case, I talk more about kidney disease than I do any other disease. No disrespect to any other disease, but that's my connection because of my near-death experience. But if you want to be a living donor, I'm telling you, the statistics are there. You can survive with one kidney and you'll be just fine. You can live a normal life with just one kidney. You know how I know? Ask me personally, because I'm living with one. I'm rocking life right now. I'm thriving with one kidney. Still have kidney disease. Still have to take medications. Still have to be careful. Still have to be mindful of things. Yes, I'm a kidney patient. I'll be a kidney patient the rest of my life. Doesn't mean that I'm completely cured. But you know what? Life's a lot better with this transplant. But the only way that you can help other people and other patients like me, and believe me, there's many warriors out there that have survived on dialysis. These are the kidney warriors. Okay, when you speak of kidney warriors, we're talking about warriors that have been on dialysis for years. These are the warriors. These are the survivors. The ones that have been on it for, I met a lady who'd been on it for 20 years. My mind I couldn't imagine. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is the kidney warriors out there, the ones that need help. If you want to save a life, if you want to change a life, consider being a living kidney donor. You'll be just fine. I had many people coming up to me that I talked to. They didn't understand. I had someone ask me how you catch dialysis, because I told them I was on dialysis. They said, how do you catch that? That's the misconceptions, and that's the misinformed information, and that's the lack of education, guys, in society. It's just not there. That's why we got to keep talking. We got to keep talking and keep telling people about this stuff. and keep talking about kidney disease and dialysis and transplant and organ transplant and becoming a donor until we're blue in the face, until people listen, until people hear us. It's a serious conversation that we're having. It's a serious podcast. Check the box. Check that box. Become a donor. Be a hero and consider being a living donor. You can go to donatelife.net. Also, if you're just considering being a living donor, reach out to me. If you come across this podcast, you consider becoming a living donor. We have many patients that are in need right here at kidneysolutions.org. You can go to kidneysolutions.org. You can check out our page at waiting. You can click on waiting. There's many in need there that need a donor. They're just sitting and waiting. They're on dialysis. They're living on dialysis. They're following the renal diet. They're going into all their appointments and having labs. And they're tired. They're tired. They're living this life. They're living from treatment to treatment. They're going to treatment. Coming home, they rest. Some people have the energy to work. Some of them are going to jobs. They go to work. They go do dialysis. Either they're going to work in the morning and come to dialysis in the evening or afternoon. Some go in the morning and then go right to work. I'm talking about kidney warriors. I'm talking about the lifestyle. I witnessed it. I seen it. I lived it. It's not easy. Those of you under the sound of my voice on this podcast know what I'm talking about. It's not an easy lifestyle. Anybody that tells you, oh, it's easy, they're lying. They're lying. They're straight up lying. It's not an easy lifestyle. You can't go through this without some sort of support. You got to have support. You got to reach out. You got to find support. You need a support group. Contact us, kidneysolutions.org. We have 2 of them, Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays being focused on kidneys. On Thursday night, we're doing all transplant. We have heart transplant, lung transplant, liver transplant. We have all kind of kidney transplant. We have all kind of transplant. If you're looking for support, let us know. kidneysolutions.org. We're here for you. Okay? I'm a social media director. I'm a mentor. I'm a part of Kidney Solutions. Kidney Solutions is a part of me. But guys, listen, this podcast, I just want to let you guys know this was just a quick podcast. Come on. Appreciate all the support for Hope with Jonathan. Just wanted to come on and do this more serious-minded podcast. Let you guys know how much I appreciate you. Let you guys know how much I love you guys. I really do. Really appreciate you. Appreciate all the support. It's been an amazing journey. Been a life-changing journey for me. And I don't know if you can hear it in my voice or not, but I'm getting quite emotional because I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate about helping people. Passionate about spreading awareness, spreading hope to others. There's people out there that they just don't have the support. And they don't have anybody telling them that you can make it through this. They don't have anybody whispering hope into their ear. And I'm telling you guys, there's many people out there that need that. And not only that, but they need a life-saving organ donor. Whether you want to be a deceased donor, something happens to you, pass away, you want to be a hero, you want to be a hero to many others, you do that by signing up at donatelife.net, become a registered donor. And you want to be a hero while you're living here on earth and you want to help out a kidney warrior, you can donate your kidney. You can help somebody change their life, become a donor. Well, listen, guys, I really appreciate all the support. I hope you guys have enjoyed this Hope with Jonathan podcast. I hope you guys have enjoyed what we're doing with the Hope with Jonathan live show. And I hope you guys have went over and subscribed to us over on YouTube. And I hope you guys have enjoyed all of our podcasts and live stream. Hope you guys have been able to get over to the website as well. Put a lot of time and effort into that website. Still not really complete the way I really want it, but I'm sort of a perfectionist, if you will. And I'm kind of my own worst critic. But if you haven't been over to the website, go on over to hopewithjonathan.com. And I definitely appreciate all of our friends and supporters as well. But God bless you guys. Y'all stay safe out there. Remember to love on everyone. Please consider to be a donor. Check that box at the DMV. God bless you guys. Stay safe. Remember to take care of your kidneys. This is Jonathan. KidneyTrails.com. Kidney Trails is an organization that is dedicated to helping those that may be facing kidney disease by education, inspiration, and motivation, by bringing real-life experience from those that have traveled the road of kidney disease, and also information from the medical professionals to help you on your journey. Guys, Kidney Trails offers blog writings from many different writers and authors who give an aspect and real life experiences with battling kidney disease, dialysis, transplant, and more. Guys, KidneyTrails.com has videos. They also offer a podcast called the Kidney Trails Podcast. And soon to be released, a comic book is coming out. Guys, for more information on this, go to www.kidneytrails.com. Hey guys, go over to www.kidneywarriormerch.com. Submit your story today and get a shot at being the Warrior of the Month. If you're selected as the Warrior of the Month, you'll get a chance to interview with Hope with Jonathan podcast. Whether you're a kidney warrior, kidney dialysis patient, or even a kidney transplant patient, or maybe you've just been diagnosed with kidney disease, go over to www.kidneywarriormerch.com and submit your story today. Kidney Warrior Merch is a supporter of Hope with Jonathan podcast. Again, guys, that's www.kidneywarriormerch.com. Hey guys, welcome to Hope with Jonathan podcast. Thanks for all the support for the podcast, also for Hope with Jonathan. Definitely appreciate it. If you're interested in helping out and supporting what we're doing with Hope with Jonathan and the Hope with Jonathan podcast, you can definitely do so by clicking on the listener support. Also, you can find us on social media at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're also on YouTube, and you can find us also on TikTok. All you have to do is type in Hope with Jonathan, and you can find Hope with Jonathan podcast. You can find us on almost all platforms, mainly on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We're on some others, but feel free to find us on any platform that you can. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in and listening to Hope with Jonathan. Appreciate your support. Thank you very much.